today. Explore the astonishing ways artists learn how to speak it. Speak to the art.
This is the first in a series of tutorials on So You'll Want to Be an Artist. Today's topic is going to be about
Drawing.
If you're going to be an artist, you're going to have to learn how to draw. And if you are going to learn to draw, you need to get hold of one of these, a sketchbook and a range of pencils. Now, any paper, any pencil or mark-making object, such as a stick for example, can be used. The quality of the art materials will not in itself make you a great artist. It's what you do with the materials that's important. Why is the ability to draw important for an artist? Well, because learning to draw is about learning to see. Drawing is much more than simply a means of rendering and capturing a likeness. Drawing is a language with its own structure, just like any other verbal language. Drawing transforms our perceptions, the things we see, our thoughts, our ideas, and it makes them visible as an image, on paper for example. Drawing teaches us how to think with our eyes. So what actually is drawing? You have to realise that when you draw, every mark you make has its own character and quality. In fact, every mark is a little bit like a signature. It's unique. So it is really important to vary the marks you make when you're drawing, because each mark has a life of its own and tells a story. But how do you do this? Well, you do it by varying the pressure that you put on the pencil. Hold the pencil in different ways. Make different marks, rubbed marks, broken lines. Variation is the key. Varying the pressure and the weight of the mark is the visual equivalent of intonation in a voice. It gives colour and interest to the spoken word. If you make a drawing where all the lines and all the marks are the same thickness, it will flatten the drawing, it will flatten the object, it will not look three-dimensional. Just like a voice with the same intonation will sound very boring when there is no variation. You see the idea? Varying the pressure on the line or the mark during drawing, breaking or tapering the line can make it look much more interesting and can give a drawing a life of its own. Using this approach means every mark or line that you make has some sort of authority. It tells a story and therefore has some purpose. Try to think about what each mark you make is going to do. Don't just draw marks for the sake of drawing them, because that's not really going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You have to realise when drawing,
Except right now where we're just
each
practicing
line or
stroke
mark
lines for
has
the
a
purpose
life its
of
own. It has
muscle
a
memory.
meaning or plays a vital part in the construction of an image, and therefore can be interpreted by the viewer. You've got no control over what his or her reaction will be to your mark. So, what you need to do is to remember the most important thing about drawing is observation. Try to observe what is in front of you. Try to understand what it is that's in front of you. Look for the tones, the colours, the lines, the shapes, the forms, the objects, and how these interrelate to each other. Try to train yourself to eliminate your preconceptions or other people's ideas of what you are observing. Try to see what is in front of you, not what you think you see or what you want to see, but what you actually see. That's important. So trust your vision. Finally, copying or drawing a photograph or other work of art has its uses. But remember, it's a secondary source. It is not your vision.
Mm-hmm.
If you are
Inspiration,
going to
but
become an
not
artist, you have to
your
work
own.
from primary sources. Observe the real world and create your vision of it. Remember, People will be interested in your vision and your ideas, not a rehash of somebody else's vision, because that is never going to be as good as the original. Look out for the next video in this series, where I will be talking about another question that you will need to consider if you are going to become an artist. Thank you for watching Art Tutorials Online. I hope you've enjoyed the video and are now considering what drawing actually is. Please subscribe to this channel, where you will find lots of interesting videos about drawing and painting. If you want to support
Learning how to draw. Let's just go into the second one, because I didn't really do
part
anything.
2 of my series covering the basic
I had to
techniques
get pissed
of drawing.
before we start, and
In
I'm going to
this video,
set
we
up.
should be
Oh my
looking
god,
at
why
how
is
to
it
start a drawing by
fucking
looking for the shapes. So
taking forever? There we go. Lagging the fuck out. I'm going to move everything around, and then I'm going to bring up the camera, and then we can actually see this, because I actually want to do a couple drawings. Now that we've actually not, you know, we're actually at a reasonable time. I think that's about the best we're going to get for it. Let's see how this works. Can it be over more? So it needs to be like here. Okay, that seems about right. You can kind of see a shadow of the cord, but other than that, I think it should be good. So let's see.
welcome to
How this
part
goes.
2 of my series covering the
Oh, I guess actually, hold on. Let me do something here. Change category. Go.
basic techniques of
what am I
drawing.
doing? Why did I
In
do
this
that?
video, we should be looking at how to start a drawing by looking for the shapes. So
Shapes.
grab your pencil and some paper and let's get started.
This drawing is basically full of circles and curves, and what we're going to do, this first little exercise, is to look carefully for the shapes. We look at the shape of the head. It's basically a circular shape. The ears are basically semicircles. We've got the nose, again, this area here, the mouth, the muzzle. is a rounded shape. The eyes, the nose are round circles. If we look at the body is also curved either side. See, curves. 2 cylinders here and 2 circles at the end. Again, 2 cylinders. So don't look at this as a bear, look at it as a series of shapes and draw the shapes. So let's make a start. We'll just do a very quick little sketch of this, just so you can see the idea of starting the basics of the drawing.
It's still a work in progress.
I'm going to start with my basic curved shape. I'm starting with my curve, and I'm going to draw the rest of the head, and we get this nice curved shape here. So we've got my basic head shape. Okay, my curve. I've got my ears on either side. See, I'm just drawing my curves on either side, keeping it very, very simple. I'm drawing now the muzzle, which comes down slightly below the head, so I've got my curve shape, again a circular shape, rounded out here, and in the middle of that I have a circle with a little line that comes down, and it's got a little curve at the bottom there. Just above these circles, you can see here, are the 2 eyes. So the 2 eyes situated round about this position here. Once we've done that, if you notice
this is way too
the height of the head, that big, if you bring that down there, you see the body is smaller head. So if that is the body shape there, the head, the body is finished probably about there. So I have a curved shape coming out from the sides here to draw my nice curved shape of the body.
Can't do it backwards like that.
The arms come out, as you can see here, from this corner here. They're basically cylinders. If you notice, the cylinder is approximately 2/3 the width of the body. So 2/3 the width of the body, so the arm comes out about here.
I'm not even measuring that shit.
Curved out and basically a cylinder shape. And we have a similar sort of idea coming over here. Right, this is meant to go underneath his arm. Here, there we go. Okay, and finally we've got the 2 legs, which again are 2 short cylinders shapes coming down here. Little gap in between at the middle. You'll notice we've got these 2 curves on either side where the folds are, and then at the bottom here we've got 2 round circular shapes. So we have our 2 circular shapes. So by drawing this, we have now drawn basic, very, very simple basic shapes. At this point you test it out, see whether everything's okay. It looks more or less okay. So then if you want to start drawing over it and developing it, you can do so. I think all I'm going to do now is just show you, just strengthen the lines a little bit. You see the little lines in here. I'm using my pencil in a very, very loose sort of move your hand around. You see what I'm doing with my hand? I'm just keeping it very, very loose where the lines are moving. Very, very loose. You see what I'm doing with my fingers here? Very, very loose, so you just lock it in. Very, very simple. Curves here, strengthen the lines a little bit. And so on. Then we have our basic bear shape. So you can see just by building up the simple shapes, you can work on from there. Once you've done that, obviously you could then start working over light and shade. You could start adding, developing this drawing in many, many ways. But the basic thing is to look for those shapes.
Thank you for watching. I hope you've learnt something useful. If you have, perhaps you might like to buy me a coffee.
True, but I'm just going to go back and get the teddy bear. We're going to see how good we can make this kind of go. just cross hatching to make this a little bit darker than what's on the outside here. Just make the lines follow the curve. My biggest problem is always the angle. So it's like instead of just doing the normal like that, you're kind of just going up and down as you do the curl across, basically. This one looked better though. That was kind of trash. Sometimes it's the angle, right? Shear this up a little bit darker. We'll leave that one little spot right there. It's kind of going to be more shadowed out. I don't know how well that shows up, but we want to do like a here like this, shading that neck. Like that. A little bit of depth on that side, a little bit more on this side. Maybe like that. I don't know if you can really see it on there. What? Outer line. Looks like broken in, going down like that. A bit of shading inside right there. A little more pulling up there, around there. A little kind of scruff in there as well. Around here, kind of like that. And if you want here, kind of like something like that. Carry on with this side stroke here. Trying to make it kind of look like fuzz. I don't know. It's coming to life, right? I'm supposed to give it like hair for like the chaoticness of it. I don't know, kind of looks fuzzy from here. It just looks way too blobby, right? May I criticize? Oh, 100% Hugo. 100 fucking percent. Ads. Lol. True. Perfect timing. You have perfect timing, Hugo. I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What's the criticism? So the arms come out of the bear's neck almost. The body isn't really that round. Yeah, I know. Duly noted. No, I'm just bad. I can't get shapes right. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible writer, am I still right? Exactly, right? Oh, well that's our picture, guys. Isn't that pretty sad? So, try again, right? See if the next one is better. Seems you're still in the symbols stage of your art progress. Oh yeah, I'm like I literally just need to be learning like muscle memory. Oh, I guess I can move this over so you can see it better. Yeah, because I'm copying his drawing. I'm not copying the actual image. That's the problem, right? Could also be the solution, right? Oh, nice. That's sick. Yeah, I'm not that good. I feel like the body's too long. But so then we went from like fat to like super skinny. Our teacher told me not to draw a face, but rather the shadow shapes in the face. Yeah, right? Like, you don't want to do the entire thing. You only want to do what emphasizes other things, right? Art teacher. And it's like, now from here, we make it our artistic vision, right? Still fucked, but it's better than that, right? Like, just the face, the angle, the, yeah. Is what it is, right? Knowing where shadow should be, that's probably my biggest thing. Let me show you one of my arts. Alright, sounds good. I don't know if that makes it look more three-dimensional or just look like it's fucking scarred. I guess I can turn the music on now. Oh, sick. Nice. Proportions are a thing that I'm so bad at. I'm so bad at proportion. It's probably my worst thing. Proportion. I can't tell. Trying to make it like look like the body's like round, right? But I don't think I can get that across. Now, does that make it look like it's kind of like fur? It's kind of got like, you know, the strands sticking up in kind of every wish-wash kind of direction, right? I don't know how to make it look like it's a knee bending, or there's a, like, you know, an inner kind of loop in. Okay, well, the legs didn't turn out the way that I wanted them to. Let's just say that. Well, it didn't... I mean, I was trying something, and let's just say it didn't work. So let's try and get the body to be a little... I don't know, is that any better? I mean, one improvement at a time, right? One improvement at a time. That's what it's all about. I'm like, I should just go back to doing landscapes. Landscapes seemed like they were easier until we can master shadows. So now... I'm like, should we do another teddy bear, or should we do something else? Do what you struggle with. It's the only way you're gonna improve. I struggle with shading. So I'm like, it doesn't matter what I draw, shading is like my biggest problem. So I'm like, that's why I think landscapes are probably the best, because then you can tell exactly, you know, it's like more prominent than trying to do, like, for instance, like trying to make a circle or like a sphere. 77,028 words, yay. Nice, bro, nice. Because like the biggest problem is like turning a circle into a sphere, right? With like, say, just for this purposes, light is coming that direction. Make it look so fucking easy. Yeah, see, I'm just not good at that. Does that look 3D at all to you? Or does it just look like a fucking blob? Alrighty, I'm gonna hit the hay. Alright, sounds good, Hugo. Have a great night, good sir. Take care. Thanks for hanging out, man. I don't know. Is that better? Let's try something like this. Probably that. Start here. There, did that kind of work? Or does it still look flat? I think it's time to just bring this up. No, where is it? Did I not? Okay, well I guess we're making another one then. This. There. There, does that look more 3D? I don't know. I don't know. Let's try it smaller. Something like that. I feel like this whole side here, like we gotta get better at like figuring out where the actual light should be, right? Like, should it be like that? Should it be like that? Should it be like that? I don't know. Let's use some reference here. When we did circles. According to this, it's like the entire bottom half. So it's more on the bottom than it is like around. So like this or this are probably like, you know, the angle that I want for the depth. I feel like they're getting like slightly more realistic. We need like a grading, like. Maybe like, okay, let's do. No, it doesn't work. That's what we want. I don't think you can really see it, but it's like. Right? It's supposed to like fall off. From dark to light. So we want like a. This one's 1. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, and we're like from darkest to lightest. So you'd want, like, if we had these concentric circles like this, so for instance, like right here, it'd be like. No. Maybe more like. No, it's kinda, but it's more like, okay. Okay, I think it needs to be more of a flick down the sides. Let's try like. This is our ultimate button. Still needs to be like more scrunched here. So wider on the outside, thinner on the inside. So let's do this with like numbers. Let's just take down here and go like here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6. 6 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one goes like this. This one goes like this. something more like this. Needs to be our one. It's also like precision too, right? 'Cause you gotta like really get in there with it. Each layer should be slightly darker than the last, right? So now can we do that in replica and wind up having our first and our second line and then move like inwards from there? So something like, so we want the outer line to be like that and we want the inner line to be like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is working. Eventually I'll be able to make a sphere. eventually. Still think this one's the best. Hands down. This one's like okay. This one, you know, this one's not bad. The angle of the light is wrong though. And this one's like, I don't even know. This one, you can see inside the lines, right? So it kind of diminishes it. It's like, the question is, which one's the first one I drew and which one's the last one I drew? Right? That's where around we should be getting to the, I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder. Does it look at all in any way three-dimensional, Queen? Welcome, welcome, Queen. How's it going? Because we were trying to, like, shade to make it look three-dimensional, right? And, yeah, I don't think it's working. They do? Well, maybe it looks better on camera. I don't know. It looks ridiculous in real life. But we drew this today, Queen. That was our first attempt. That was our second attempt. And this is what we were copying. I saw the 5 Nights of Freddy Bears. I've been lurking. Sounds good, no worries, Queen. Hell yeah. That's what it's about. So now I'm like, because I'm trying to figure out like shading and stuff, right? So I'm like, what should I draw next? Should I just go back to landscape? Try and do like a 2/3 kind of thing? Give yourself a natural light source to follow. I don't really have. Or do you mean just like... Because I have 3 different lights. So everything's kind of coming from every direction. Use an actual light too if you wanted. Well, I wonder if this thing will work. It's twisted all over itself. That would be like, the sun would be like here. It should be pointing like. Might help being able to actually see where the light is coming from. Do you mean you? Because the light is literally like right here. It's coming like this. But again, it's like I have 3 shadows or 4 shadows. So it's like, it's kind of hard to do when I have like multiple light sources, even with this one being super bright and super close. It still doesn't have the same effect. But we want to show where light is coming from. This is light. Not going to be able to see the actual shadows. Yeah, exactly. You have an actual visual of where the light is coming from. Yeah. So we want this landscape here, right? So we want something like... Looks like a fucking weird ass tree. Nothing wrong with that though, right? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's the wrong angle, but it's like, the shadow shouldn't be coming down this way in the front, even though the sun's there, because the sun is actually, like, you know, because it would be coming from more sideways? Like, that's my problem with the perception of it, right? Because normally you'd think, like, this would be, right? It would move in the direction. Like that, right? Maybe like this. right? But the shade should, like, cover basically, like, all of this, right? I don't know. I'm like, do the branches feel too... feel like it's too stiff, right? Does that kind of look like water? I don't know, I gotta do like reeds and stuff, right? S-Sphere, yo, 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 what's up? Going good, sir? It's like, how many different landscapes of farm can I do? Can't even draw within the fucking lines. You got this one here that's like a fucking arrow key. Like untilled. Or tilled and ready to harvest, but not harvested yet. Not planted. Like, how do I make this grass in the front not so bare, though? Right? That's my main problem right now. It's like this layer and this layer need something that fit up, right? There's technically 3 layers, because there also needs to be this one here. I think this is too dark. I think that looks more like it's underneath the canopy, right? You got the shadow coming off of the side there and everything. I don't know, I think that's pretty decent. Definitely looks better on camera than it does in real life, like every fucking time. I don't know, can you tell that this is like water? I like the reed effects kind of going around here, but again, it's like the difference in perspective for distance is like pretty massive, right? And the direction of the shadows is technically all off. When you learn texture, I'm sure everything will look more different. Oh, 100%. But now it's like we're just trying to fill the page, right? And get an eye for where things sit, right? Like looking at the difference between like the top part here that kind of makes it looks like this is the overhang of the tree, right? That should all be down here. Like that, right? Shadow there. I mean, it's probably definitely one of the better pictures that I've ever drawn, right? So we can't go wrong with that. I have like a little perspective of distance. And we did it all with like a single pencil. Whereas, you know, the shading is easier, like, if we're gonna go over it again, like, we go over it with the 4B, right? And kind of darken everything up just a teeny bit. Make the shadows a lot more prominent like that. I'll look like this. shadow effect on the other side here like this. Even that just kind of brings everything out. More prominent, right? That tiny little bit just kind of brings everything out, and we can kind of throw a little bit over the edge here like this. So separation between these two. Again, this one's like too dark. But this could be lifted, and this could be like into a valley, into a more valley. So I don't know how that would go. Like if there's a shadow of something else falling over it, from like over here, I don't know. I'm thinking, where can I change things to make things pop out more, right? Like, how do I get the rounding shape of the tree, right? And so we were practicing earlier with, like, the circles and everything to see if we could get anything on that edge. Even with, like, the protruding factor here on, like, the edge of the tree, right? Just emphasize that this is, like, the reflection of that, right? I don't think there's really anything else I can do. We could do like a... that. Oh shit, I hit the camera. Now let's compare it to the old one. That's the biggest thing, right? Is in a vacuum, it's one thing, but compared to the other drawings, even in different paper. Okay, well apparently it's not in here. Well, there's that. Let's see, like, the shading of the branches and the trees, right? Specifically, like, this comparison. Look, I swear I did more landscape. What is this? This one and this one. Oh, here's probably what the landscape was. But that was more like doing the idea of like the thirds. So, I swear there was more. Oh, was it on the other side of this? No, that's the kiwis. Huh. I swear I drew more landscape pictures. Yeah, this is all just like practice drawing stuff. Listen. Oh, did I draw some in here? That's the question. I don't think I drew anything in here. Everything in here has already been drawn. Yeah, it's just a little drawing book. So, I'm retarded. Well, we already knew that, so that doesn't, you know, it is what it is. The only thing I drew in here, this is the second page. Or third page. Or is this supposed to be the other one that we drew? That was toning. Oh, well here. So I guess there you go. So the comparison between that, and that. I think the trees are probably drawn better here. This is too static. So I think I've gotten like the lines. Whereas like you can very tell this is super static, but this is dynamic. So where this has probably better shading, because it actually makes the trees look 3D in a way. Whereas this just feels like, I don't know, the perspective is way off on it, because the distance isn't acute to, like, equally. Like, for all you know, this could be, like, 20... Like, from here to here could be, like, 200 feet. Right? And it's supposed to be, like, this is, like, down a hill, and, like, over in the distance on the side, because you're focused, like, right here, standing here. So the further back and the further over you go, further distance. But the further over you go is less distance than distance you go back. Whereas it should be equal on each side, right? Or at least that's what I would think. So I think ignore the shading for now and just try and get those outline lines done. Problem is, because I'm practicing on like normal paper, but then when I actually draw, like I draw on this, right? So it's actually kind of a different feel because of the paper, but I don't want to waste like the good drawing stuff when I'm just literally practicing the muscle memory of frickin' getting the curve down. Can I? What Sketchbook is, though. Yeah, but I'm just literally going like this, right? Like, I'm not trying to make an image. I am just trying to... Yeah, but it's the difference between sketching and squiggling, right? If I'm just literally practicing getting used to the motions, I think it's a waste of good paper. So I'm just like, alright, well, you know, I can do this angle, do this angle, the same thing. Yeah, but I can get like a stack of this paper for like $1. This book's like $8 fucking. So if I'm just wasting paper, I'd rather waste less expensive paper. So don't have to do big sketches. True. So I'm doing something, doing like that. Doing that. Doing that. Doing that. They're all technically different lines, right? So is it this the scale on one side and maintain the other, right? Something like that. And my biggest problem is like, plus it's got the lines. So it's like, it's super easy to just try and like stay inside the lines, try and know where your target top and bottom are. You can't really see it, but it's supposed to be like, you know, the more lines you go over, the lightest push, the more depth. You just keep expanding on both sides. Trying to be lighter and lighter each time. And then see if you can like pick out the individual layers of going in which direction, right? My back is getting sore from leaning over like this. So I need to come up with better landscape ideas. But yeah, definitely going from that to that is pretty big. And it's not like I spent like a significant amount more time on it, right? It's just the refinement around the edges that's important. Oh. So the question now be what to do. I think I'm just gonna call it. Fuck it. I'm gonna call it. And tomorrow I'll have better ideas of what to draw and not just the same thing. And I want to do, like today was like shapes, right? So we're kind of looking at things in the form of shapes. And how do shapes affect how your strokes basically go on the paper, right? And then tomorrow we will have degeneracy in writing from a different angle, from Second Stories angle, instead of Asmund and Shoe on Head. So we'll see where that goes from there. But I'm like, the next one I want to draw, I literally want to draw like the fucking banquet, and I want to use me drawing the banquet as the B-roll for the background of the story. And have it be like the remnants of the esoteric in the idea of what we did with, where is it? It's one of the first ones that we did. Yeah, like this, where it's like, this is a guy fighting a dragon, well, technically getting owned by a dragon, and then this is like a princess looking out over the balcony of a thing, right? So it's like, it's more of the inference behind it than it is the image itself, and that's what we kind of want to go for, right? Getting rid of these hard lines, essentially, and creating a... Get in the fucking bed. Creating a dynamic contrast there. It'll be much easier with that. But even just with the minimal amount I've done and the amount of comfort that I've gained just from doing it, definitely helps, right? Alright guys, well, thanks for hanging out, thanks for coming by. I know it's been a little bit of a shorter streams, but it is what it is, right? I can't control it. We'll be back again tomorrow, as always. So, remember, if you can't say fuck you to your friends, who can you say fuck you to? Fuck you. Alright, who we rated? We got a new guy. Get your wheels ready. Here we go.
Sincerely, Danny Beck. Shall I try to bring you from this perspective? We apparently love brothers. The killer is oh my! Hello, Raiders! Hope y'all are doing wonderful. I can currently I can't hear my Twitch, but I'm thinking you guys. But
Intoxication 5077
True.
with 2 views.
Hey!